In the heart of the African wilderness, where the rivers flow like veins through the land and the sun paints the sky in shades of gold, there exists a kingdom unlike any other, the animal kingdom. Here, amidst the lush greenery and towering trees, the creatures of the wild roam freely, each species governed by its own laws and traditions. Among the myriad inhabitants of the animal kingdom, none are as feared and revered as the crocodiles, formidable predators whose jaws can snap shut with the force of a thunderclap. For generations, tales have circulated among the animals of the kingdom, whispered around campfires and passed down from parent to offspring, of the dangers posed by these fearsome reptiles. But amidst the tales of terror, there exists a story of hope, a story of protection and survival in the face of danger. Long ago, in a time when the rivers teemed with crocodiles and the waters ran dark with the shadows of their presence, there lived a wise and cunning tortoise named Tembo. Tembo was known throughout the animal kingdom for his quick wit and sharp mind, and it was to him that the animals turned in times of trouble. One day, as Tembo wandered along the banks of the river, he witnessed a harrowing sight: a group of zebras, their coats gleaming in the sunlight, being ambushed by a pack of hungry crocodiles. With a swift flick of their tails, the crocodiles dragged the zebras beneath the surface of the water, their cries of distress echoing through the air. Determined to find a way to protect his fellow creatures from such a fate, Tembo set out on a journey to seek the wisdom of the elders, the Majitu, a tribe of ancient elephants who were said to possess knowledge beyond that of any other creature in the animal kingdom. After many days of travel, Tembo finally reached the majestic Baobab tree that served as the gathering place of the Majitu. With great reverence, he approached the eldest elephant, a wise matriarch whose tusks gleamed in the dappled sunlight. "Great elder," Tembo began, bowing low before the wise elephant, "I seek your counsel in a matter of great urgency. The crocodiles of the river have grown bold and fierce, and the animals of the kingdom live in fear of their jaws. Is there anything we can do to protect ourselves from their attacks?" The wise matriarch listened intently to Tembo's plea, her eyes filled with a deep and ancient wisdom. After a moment of contemplation, she spoke in a voice as rumbling as the distant thunder. "There is a way," she said, her words carrying the weight of centuries past. "In the seeds of the baobab tree lies a secret, a shield against the crocodile's wrath. Gather these seeds, soak them in water, and drink of the elixir they create. It will grant you protection against the crocodile's jaws." Filled with hope and determination, Tembo thanked the wise matriarch and set out to gather the baobab seeds. With the help of his fellow animals, he collected the seeds and soaked them in the waters of the river, creating a potent elixir that shimmered like liquid gold in the sunlight. And so, armed with the knowledge passed down from the Majitu and the protection of the baobab seeds, the animals of the kingdom ventured forth with newfound courage. No longer did they cower in fear at the sight of the crocodile's sharp teeth. Instead, they stood tall and proud, knowing that they carried within them the power to defy the jaws of death itself. From that day forward, the baobab seeds became known throughout the animal kingdom as the guardian seeds, symbols of hope and protection in the face of adversity. And though the crocodiles still prowled the rivers, their jaws snapping at the heels of their prey, the animals of the kingdom no longer feared their wrath, for they knew that they carried within them the strength of the baobab tree and the wisdom of the Majitu. But the tale of the guardian seeds did not end there. As word of their power spread throughout the animal kingdom, creatures from far and wide journeyed to the Baobab tree in search of protection from the crocodile's jaws. Among them was a young lioness named Kala, whose pride had fallen victim to the ferocious predators of the river. With a fierce determination burning in her eyes, Kala approached Tembo and begged for his help. "I have heard of the guardian seeds and their power to protect against the crocodile's jaws," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "Please, Tembo, teach me how to make the elixirs so that I may safeguard my pride from harm." Moved by the lioness's plight, Tembo agreed to share the secret of the guardian seeds with her. Together, they gathered the baobab seeds and soaked them in the waters of the river, creating a potent elixir that shimmered in the sunlight like liquid gold. And so, armed with the knowledge passed down from the Magitu and the protection of the guardian seeds, Kala returned to her pride with newfound hope and courage. No longer did they fear the crocodile's jaws, instead, they stood strong and united, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. From that day forward, the tale of the guardian seeds spread far and wide, inspiring creatures of all shapes and sizes to seek protection from the dangers of the river. And though the crocodiles continued to lurk in the murky depths, their jaws snapping at the heels of their prey, the animals of the kingdom stood firm in the knowledge that they were protected by the ancient wisdom of the baobab tree and the enduring power of the guardian seeds. But the journey of the guardian seeds was far from over. As the seasons changed and the landscape shifted, new challenges arose in the animal kingdom. Droughts parched the land, leaving the rivers dry and the animals thirsty for water. Floods swept through the plains, washing away homes and threatening to drown entire communities. Yet through it all, the animals of the kingdom remained steadfast in their resolve, drawing strength from the knowledge that they were protected by the ancient wisdom of the baobab tree and the enduring power of the guardian seeds. They worked together to dig wells, build dams, and create shelters, ensuring that they could weather any storm that came their way. And as they toiled under the blazing sun and the torrential rains, they whispered words of gratitude to the baobab tree that had sheltered them for so long. They sang songs of praise to the Magitu, whose wisdom had guided them through the darkest of times. And they vowed to pass down the tale of the guardian seeds to future generations, so that they too could draw strength from the legacy of courage and resilience that had been forged in the heart of the African wilderness. Years passed, and the animals of the kingdom thrived under the watchful gaze of the baobab tree. The rivers flowed once more, teeming with life and vitality. The plains bloomed with lush greenery, providing food and shelter for all who dwelled there. And the animals lived in harmony with one another, bound together by a shared sense of purpose and a deep reverence for the natural world.